Hello students. So we'll move on with the next topic, that is cookies. So before actually going into cookies, we'll see what do we mean by a session. So if you're taking a real life example, our class, we suppose our class, it begins at 10 a.m. and the duration of the class is till 11 a.m. So the 10 to 11 we can call it as a session. Similarly, from system point of view, if we are saying session, you can call it as a time span during which a browser interacts with a particular server. So when will the session begin? It begins when a browser becomes connected or gets connected to a particular server. And when it gets connected, some information or some request might be transferred, received, that is request response, all those things will be happening. And at one point of time, after everything is done, the browser gets disconnected from the server. So that time you can say that session is terminated. Okay, so we are using we know HTTP, that is hypertext transfer protocol, which is used to transfer files and other data on the World Wide Web, allows web browser to communicate with the server where any given website is hosted. So this HTTP is a stateless protocol. So when you say stateless, no session information is retained by the server. So session is not going to maintain any information. The server is not going to maintain any information about the session. Okay, so server is not keeping any information about the session. So that is the meaning of your stateless. Just take a example. Now you log into Amazon and you have searched for some item. Now you have taken two items and you have loaded into cart. Okay, and something happens in between, the browser is closed or your system gets system is shut down, something like that might happen. So what happens in that case is, when you again log into the same site, that information whatever you have loaded in your cart, that won't be there if we are saying as stateless. Okay, so that is the meaning of stateless, where no session information is retained by the server. But we don't want that to happen. We want the information to be retained. Okay, so now what happens in reality? You log into same Amazon, you consider you have selected some item, you have kept it in cart. Next time once again you log in, something happened in between, shutdown, or you have closed your browser. Once again when you log in, that item will still be there in your cart. Why? Because those information are stored. So for that purpose you can go for what is called as cookies. Okay, so cookies, you can say it as a mechanism for storing data or information. Okay, so the general approach to store the information about a session on the browser, you can go in for cookies. So in cookies what happens, the information about the session is saved at the user side. Okay, that is in the browser, the information is saved. So cookie is a small object of information that consists of a name and a textual value. So cookie will be having a name as well as some values. Okay, other than that some other additional information is there that we'll see. Okay, cookies allows server to record browser activity. So what happened, what did we say in the beginning? HTTP is a stateless protocol. So because of stateless, what happens, session is not server is not going to keep any information about the session. Okay, but we want the informations to be saved. So for that purpose we are going in for cookies, which are going to save the information about the session in the browser, that is in the user end. Okay, so we'll come to the next slide. So in PHP it is possible to create, or we can also say set, or we can say send cookies by using a function called as set cookie. So the set cookie function is the first parameter what you can pass, or what you will pass to the set cookie is called as a cookie name. Okay, so the first parameter for set cookie is a cookie name, which is a compulsory one, whereas the next parameter those are the optional one. Okay, so the second parameter will be the new value of the cookie, and the third parameter will tell you the expiration time in seconds. That is nothing but how long that cookie should be stored in your browser. That is possible to be told in this third parameter. Okay, so if nothing is given as a third parameter, so we said it is optional. If no value is assigned here, then what happens? The cookie will be active only until the browser is open. Once you close the browser, that cookie will no more be there. Okay, so these are the parameters. Other than this, there are other parameters also, like domain, path. So all those are optional ones. Okay, so which is a compulsory one? That is only the name of the cookie. Rest everything is optional. Okay, and the next point what you have to say is, this cookie should appear before the HTML tag. Okay, that is one thing, it must be set before the HTML tag. That is one thing. And the last point is about cookies array. So all cookies that arrive with the request are placed in a array called as cookie array. Okay, so any cookies that is coming in with a request will be placed in an array. The name of that array is called as cookies. Okay, so how will the data be stored here is, it consists of the name of the cookie as the key and the value as value. So in PHP, so we have already seen arrays in C language. So in C language, how will you represent an array? We'll write, suppose array name is A, then the subscript we will put 0, that is A of 0. That 0 is called as the index, whereas in PHP that 0 you can call it as key. So the index you're calling it as a key, and suppose in A of 0 you have a value 10. So that 10 is nothing but the value what we are speaking about. Okay, so that is your cookies array, which consists of a combination of key as well as value. Okay, you also have one more function called as isSet that can be used to test whether cookie came in with the request or not. Okay, so cookies array consists of cookies which came in with the request, and to test or to check whether the cookie has come in with the request, you can use a function called as isSet. So this is what you have to write for cookies. We have an example program here, we'll just see. Mm, so I've written this program in the using Sublime Text. So you can see here we have used the function set cookie, and the name of the cookie I have given my name, and the value I have given as sample cookie, and the time I've given as plus 86,400. So this time function, what does it do? From the current time, okay, from the current time what it is doing, plus 86,400 seconds. So what is the meaning of this? From the current time, 86,400 seconds is nothing but 24 hours. That is, whatever cookie I'm going to create now, that will be there in my browser for one day. Okay, so that is the meaning here. Plus 86,400 is nothing but 24 hours, that is one day. Okay, if if you have not given this value, then the cookie whatever I'm creating, that will be there until I close the browser. Okay, so we'll just see how this works. So we'll just execute this. So we have the name cookie.php. Okay, so we'll just execute it. So cookie.php is a file name which I've stored inside htdocs. Sorry, what is the name of the file? Cookie. Okay. So the name of the file is cooki. Okay. So the name of the file is cookie. So you can see here the cookie is created. So where can you check this cookie? So you can go for settings here. So you can write instead, you can go here also. You can sorry, go for settings, and here you can write as content. Okay, so when you give like this, you have um, cookies and site data. They allow sites to save. So if you this is enabled, if you disable it, then cookies cannot be saved. Then you here you have see all cookies and site data. So here you're going to see all the cookies which is stored in your browser. Okay, so you can see from Amazon there are 7 cookies that are stored in my browser. Google Classroom. So the name I have given as okay. So you can see here the server what I am using is XAMPP. Okay, server what I am using here is XAMPP. So the cookie here will be saved. This is a cookie which I have created now on the local host. You can see here the name of the cookie what I have given. The name of the cookie what I have given is here. Okay, and if you click on, so you can see name. Name is whatever I've given in the code, and the value, what is the value here? Sample cookie I had given as sample cookie. Okay, then you can see domain. So these are the additional parameters what I was speaking about. So these are optional ones, so you don't require, it's not necessary that you have to mention it. Then you have path, then accessible to script. You can see here created. So I said time, we are using the time function. So time function will be considering from current date and time. Okay, so today's date is April 20 and the time is 2:57. So from today 24 hours, so this particular cookie what I've created now, it will be there for 1 day. Okay, so after this cookie will be automatically deleted. So you can see some other cookies, something from we'll see some cookie which is created by on the site Amazon. We'll see here there are 7 cookies which is created from Amazon. So you can see here name, then domain is given here amazon.com, and you can see here, just see created, when it is created April 19th at 4:03. And how many what is the expiry time here? It is almost 16 years. So here this particular cookie what is created, if I'm not going to delete it, it will be there in my browser for how long? For 16 years. Okay, so this is about your cookies. If you want, you can remove all the cookies. Only thing what happens, that what we spoke about, that saved item, that won't be there. Okay, so if I'm deleting all the cookies related to Amazon only, resume from my system, next time when I'm logging in, that saved item won't be there. That is about your cookies. I hope you have understood I hope you have understood this code. Okay, so cookie created is nothing but this is the data that will be displayed in my browser. So just check here, if I am not creating, if I'm not giving this value. Okay, I'll give some other name as test underscore cookie. I'll give this, I'll save it. Okay, so you can just check out cookie is created. Now we'll go to setting. So again we'll go to localhost. Where is localhost? Is here. So I need to refresh it. Okay. Mm, so yeah. Mm, what is the name I had given? Saved it. Okay. So the name I have given as test cookie. Okay, I'll just check out here. So first I need to execute this. Then We will go here. We'll go here. We'll come to localhost. Yes. Now you can see there are three cookies. Okay. So that is the name of the cookie I've given as test cookie, and content is sample. So now you can see here, just see, created time is 3 April 23:01 p.m. and what is the expiration time when the browser session ends. So this is the other way of your set cookie function. Okay, I hope you have understood this. If you give, instead of plus, if you give minus, what does it do? It is going to delete. Okay, so this is all about your cookies. I hope you have understood this. Thank you.